We talk about in our studies the vulnerability of our electric grid. It was designed over 100 years ago. It's very fragile. It's antiquated. It's subject to single points of failure. We've seen attempts to attack our grid through cyber. We've seen physical attacks, over 300 attacks on substations, people who are vandals, people who have a political agenda to bring down our energy. There's about 9 key nodes in this country that if they were simultaneously attacked could black out this country. So the grid is vulnerable. It's vulnerable from a cyber perspective. It's vulnerable just from the weather effects. As I said, I'm up in the Poconos 2 times a year. I know I'm going to go without electricity. You know, during the beginning of the hurricane season, power lines are going to come down, and then in the wintertime, ice is going to get on the power lines, and I'm going 4 or 5 days without power 2 times. I mean, that's predictable. And for 2018, we ought to be able to do a little bit better than that.
%37% of our electricity production is done by renewables. The vast majority is done by wind and photovoltaics. And I can tell you what, the grid is extremely stable. We have grid disruption a year at about 12 minutes. So 12 minutes a year is effectively nothing.
Of even a larger concern, many of our military bases in the Department of Defense are, in fact, when you look at the high technology, our ability to control our unmanned aerial vehicles, they're being controlled and flown from the United States. So the bases in the States have a much larger role now to make sure that they have assured, reliable, uninterrupted electricity. All of our bases are still tied to the grid. So if there's an interruption in the grid, while we do have backups to provide generation, we need that resiliency that is reliable and assured at all times, and we don't compromise our ability to do our jobs in a forward deployed manner.